back to the channel. Today we are gonna go get some parts for my CJ5. I got a CJ5. It's been sitting since 2019. It had some brake issues. I had the rear brake line blew on it, and the proportion valve slid back like it's supposed to do. And the proportion valve, I couldn't get it to go forward no matter what I did. So I bought a proportion valve for it, and every brake line fitting was just rusty. And you know how like brake part stuff just snowballs. So the Jeep's honestly been sitting since 2019 off the road just because of that. It's about halfway done with some suspension work I did and everything else. I'd really kind of like to get it back on the road or sell it or do something, but it's not doing any good getting lot rot sitting in the barn. So I'm gonna run to O'Reilly's, grab some fuel lines, some filter, stuff like that. It's definitely got bad gas in it, stuff. I don't know, we'll see where we get, but I'll go get some parts and I'll see you guys back at the barn. So this is it, we're back at the barn here. This is my 1979 Jeep CJ5. Like I said earlier, it's been parked since 19. Clearly, it's almost got its own ecosystem out here. It's got enough bird crap on it. But I'm gonna get this thing drug out so we can work on it a little bit outside, or at least farther to the door where there's more light. But I have a problem with accumulating junk, and this is what happens, shit just stacks up. But I'll get this drug out and we'll start working on it. Get a little better look at this thing now it's out. It's got a fiberglass tub. Everything's fiberglass on it except for the windshield frame. So, but it's got a 258 inline six in it. It's got a T150 3-speed. It's all there. As you can see, the brake lines have been off the master cylinder, put a new master cylinder on it. After we make it run, brakes are obviously next. Just run all new brake lines on it, but I'm gonna throw a battery charger on here and we'll go from there. This thing's got a single inlet, dual outlet filter, which the second outlet is for just a return to the tank. Last time this thing was running, I'm pretty sure that the fuel tank leaks in it, but it leaks after it's been running, which it might be the return line. That mechanical pump is only like 6 to 8 PSI. I don't think it'll overrun the carburetor or the float in it, so I'm gonna try, right before we even try cranking this thing, I know it's got a bunch of junk in it. I'm gonna take out the dual outlet. I'm just gonna put a single barb 5/16 in and out, a clear one, so we can see what's going on, but I'm gonna throw that on there and see if this makes a difference before we just pump more crap through this carburetor. This looks way better. Obviously right off the pump, single in, single out, 5/16. I don't know if the return has to be hooked up. I mean, I know it doesn't if it doesn't overrun the carburetor or the floats in it. So we're gonna throw some Berrymans in this tank. This might be a waste of time with this fuel's old. So let's get this dude off here. And if you have an old car, new gas pumps and stuff are not real friendly, especially if you have like a car that's got the fuel fill behind the license plate. They are not friendly to get fuel in. Modern cars are just designed for that shit. So just putting some Berrymans in the tank here. It might be a waste, but unfortunately there's 3/4 of a tank of fuel in this thing. So we'll see if it cranks and see what it does. Let's check connection real quick and we'll put this charger on boil. We got a good connection. The battery's just that dead, isn't it? We'll see what engine start does. unfortunately the battery is that dead. We're gonna have to let this thing sit here and charge for a little bit. So let it charge. I'll get back with you guys in a minute. While I'm waiting for that battery to charge up, this is Amber's 66 Mustang, little coupe car. It's a nice little car. We're gonna move this thing around. I gotta clean the barn up a little bit, but this car will be on the channel quite a bit. We got a bunch of upgrades to this thing coming, some disc brake conversion and stuff like that, but it's a 4-wheel manual drum car. But, and she needs choked. It's a little 289 C4 automatic car, but Amber drives this thing as much as she can. It's a nice little car. Very good to clean in here. All right, we let this thing charge quite a while. I'll put it on engine start and see what it does. I haven't tried this yet, but put you guys on a tripod. We'll see how long it takes for that fuel filter to fill up. So hold on one second. Engine crank. I want to see what it does. Rather than killing that starter, I'm gonna get some starting fluid real quick. We'll try to assist this pump a little bit. Oh, it's filling the filter. It looks like garbage, but it's filling that filter. Let's see what it does. That was better and easier than I thought it would be. Yeah, it's running pretty crappy, so I'll go ahead and let it chew on this fuel for a little bit, see what it does, give it a idle. Smells terrible. It's straight varnish. Probably needs to drain the tank. It's idle. I don't know how, but it kind of. It's not. Kind of idling. Oh, this poor thing. Well, I'm going to give it some RPM a little bit here and see what it does, see if it'll... That's some carbon choke cleaner here. The carb probably needs to come off of it, and the tank probably needs to drop, in all honesty. So we'll see if it'll get through. Before I pull this carburetor off and jump to conclusions that it needs rebuilt, I'm gonna MacGyver some stuff here. Take a carburetor stud or air filter stud. I'm gonna drop it in this gas tank here and go right to the mechanical pump with it and just put some fresh gas through it and see if it runs better. Before I pull this carburetor, I'm just gonna take the tank out of the equation. I don't think I need to throw a clamp on there. It's pretty tight, but there's that. Down to a gas tank. We'll give it a go. I might be an idiot. There's a return line on the tank too, or on the pump. I think I just hooked that up to return. So, made sure that fuel's going where it needs to. Filter's full. Fuel looks way better in it than it did before. And then I noticed the side of this carburetor is leaking. I think we're fighting a carburetor here. So I need to get a rebuild kit for this, but it's obviously sucking air and leaking fuel, which, I mean, other than it smelling like straight varnish, we took the varnish out of the equation with, you know, running it off a tank. So for one, it needs cleaned. Two, it needs gasketed bad. I mean, you can see the carburetor is definitely leaking at the base, every gasket, every seal, throttle shaft, everything else. So I might be able to get one of these Chinesium ones. Like, you can get them on eBay pretty cheap and just throw on here. I don't want to put a ton of money into this carburetor on this one, but if I can get a rebuild kit for it, I'll grab a rebuild kit. But I'll see what I come up with. I'll get back with you guys. What's up, everybody? So a little recap on this video. In all honesty, that was 4th of July weekend. I filmed all of that with the carburetor, bad gas issue, everything else. I tried to get a rebuild kit. They offer them, but there's a bunch of variants of carburetors on that. So I got on Amazon, and Amazon offered a replacement carburetor for $88. So there will be a part 2 to this video. Sorry to drag it out so long, but I'm gonna make a video next on putting this guy on and see if it makes a difference. I thank you guys for watching. Sorry for the delay in videos, and please stick with me and I'll keep making them. I appreciate it. Thanks.